am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. God knows my name. I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. God knows my name. He knows my name. Well, everybody say, I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. God knows my name. Oh, I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. God knows my name. He knows my name. Say it again. He knows my name. He knows my name. Oh, I will praise you. I will praise you. I can feel the beat and want to play the song. Everybody say, I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. God knows my name. Oh Lord, I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. God knows my name. He knows my name. Carefully and wonderfully made. I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. I am not forgotten. I am not Good evening, good evening, good evening. A pleasant good evening to everyone out there in social media land. And all of you are tuning in this afternoon. And welcome once again to Man Up Networking Session. I'm yours truly, J.M. Baston. We oftentimes have guest speakers come in this afternoon. But I said this month I would designate for my month simply because this is my birthday month. So I said I have something to say as well. So tonight we have a very exciting topic tonight, and I'm excited about our topic tonight. 5 laws of manhood. 5 laws. And it could have been more than 5, but I choose 5 specific laws that I think that will be beneficial to every man or any male figure that call himself a man. I believe that if he exercised these 5 laws in his life, he will become very productive. He will become a very respectable young man in society as it relates to family, as it relates to his venture into job or whatever he decide to do in life that is legal. not illegal. So here we are this afternoon, 5 laws of manhood, and I want to say a pleasant good evening to a few of you I see online. Well, we're not waiting on anyone. When they come, they are late. So we're going to get started. I promise you that I will not be before you long, but I promise you that this is going to be a power-packed session. So 5 laws of manhood. First law here we have to look at if you want to be effective, if you want to be an effective man or male figure, if you want to be productive, if you want to be successful in your endeavors. First law here, you must have a relationship with your Creator. First law. There's no way we can go around it. There's no way we could avoid it. There's no way we could say that, everything else in life, we cannot be successful unless we have a relationship, unless we have that divine connection with our Creator. Now, we can say that really, Mr. J.M. Baston, I don't think that's very important at this point. You know what? We will see as we go further on down in the other laws that without a relationship with our Creator, we are just going through life meaninglessly. We are just taking up space. A lot of persons today are confused. They are frustrated. They don't know what they want to do, where they want to go with their life, simply because they are missing that connection. And let me put this in there as we go on with these other 4 laws. And I added one more as I was waiting to come in the session this afternoon. As we go on this afternoon, I don't care what you have. I don't care. You might have all the money in the bank. You might seems like you're doing well financially. You may have the nice house. You might be driving in the nice car. Pleasant good evening, Apostle. You might have you may think that you have everything going well with you, but if you do not have that connection with your Creator, as I said earlier, I decided to, I have speakers that I can call on, but I decided to do this session personally because this is my birthday month and I feel like I have something to say to the men as well. So first of all, our first law is that you need to have a relationship with your Creator. I've discovered a number of things, and that a lot of young men today are frustrated. They don't have no sense of direction. They are relating to violence. They are confused with their life. They are confused with so many different things. And what tops it off is that they are blaming other persons simply because they do not have that relationship with their Creator. You find out that a lot of young men today, they are angry with their lives. They're angry with persons that come around you for no specific reason. They're just angry, frustrated with their life because there is a sense of emptiness. They do not have that relationship with their Creator. And this, one of the essential laws of manhood, that a man or a young man that is coming up in our society, he needs to have a relationship with his Creator. He needs to know that, you know what, there is a supreme being. There's a higher power that watches over me, that protects me, that gives me guidance, that provide for me. No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I don't make it happen on my own. No. I get these ideas from my Creator, God Almighty. It doesn't happen. I know I appear, as a young man to say, I know I appear to be a smart young man. No. It's the grace of God that you're able to do what you're doing. So our first law this afternoon, we need to have a relationship with our Creator. Watch this now. Our second law, I want to say to the young men and upcoming young men that are coming up in our society, and male figures that say they are man, but they are lacking so much qualities that makes up to successful or progressive man in our society. Our second law this afternoon is that every man, if you want to be an effective young man, progressive young man, you need to have a vision for your life. We're talking about 5 laws of manhood. You need to. This is essential for every young man today. You need to have a vision. You know, I've discovered something, even growing up in our society and here, even here in Canada, a number of young men that you would encounter on a day-to-day basis, if you ask them what they want to do with their life, the next 5 years, next 10 years, or perhaps maybe even if some persons have even a more lengthier vision of their life, they can go up to 20, 30 years from now. A lot of them don't know what they want to do with their life. And it's a very sad state. They do not know what they want. So you know what happens when you don't have any vision? Whatever comes, whatever goes, goes. Even in the Bahamas, they would say, whatever happens, happens. It doesn't matter. No, your life should not be like that. Your life should not be like that. Whatever happens, happens. Vision creates boundaries. Vision gives you that drive to wake up every morning. You have a vision on your life. Vision gives you enthusiasm, that energy, that drive that you need to go on, because you know what? You have goals to accomplish. You have 5-year vision. You have 10-year vision. You have 15-year vision. Even for those pastors who are going to watch this recording, you need to have a vision even for the ministry that God has placed you over. This is why the Bible encourages us that we ought to write the vision. Simply because I told someone the other day, I said, we only have an appointed time to be here. Let me say that again for the men who are watching now and those who are going to come and watch this recording. We only have an appointed time to be on this planet. Don't get it twisted. Don't think you're going to be here for 500, 1,000 years. No, God has given you an appointed time. So you know what? You have to make good use of the time that has been allotted to you. Good use of it. And I'm reminded of my good friend Ricardo Miller. He loves this statement. He said, days are expensive. Hours are expensive. Minutes are expensive. This is why a vision is so important. A vision, and this is why when you write it, you don't just put it on the shelf and leave it there. Every now and then you ought to go and visit that vision. You know why you visit that vision? So that it'll keep you on track. Let you know that, you know what, I'm on the right track. No, this is not a part of my vision. So you know what, and by the way, while we're talking about vision, they're going to be people. They're going to be persons that come along and try to detour you from the vision that God has given you. Let me say that again. Somebody need to hear that. They're going to be persons that are going to come along that has been assigned by the devil to detour you from the vision and the plans that God has given you for your life. But I want to encourage all of the men that are listening and those who are going to come and watch this recording that, you know what, stay focused on the vision that God has given you. Stay focused to the plan and the road map. That's what a vision really is. It's a blueprint. It's a road map that God has given you to reach to your destiny and your designated place that he would have you to be. So it's very important that we stay focused. And you know the acronym, I've heard this over the years and it always stuck with me. The acronym for focus is follow one course until you are successful. So when you write this vision and you keep looking at it, keep your eyes on it, Bishop Jake said it like this: every now and then you just stare at the vision. Stare at the vision to keep it fresh in your mind, so that when the Sanballat and Tobiah come to detour you and discourage you from the vision that God has given you, and not only just a vision for your life, you need to have a vision for your family life. You need to have a vision for your church and your ministry. That God, you need to have a vision for your business that God has placed in your hand. And I want to say this to as men. I should have said this at the beginning, and the Holy Spirit told me this some time back. I said, I ask a question. Sometimes I ask difficult questions to the Spirit of God. I say, what is man? The Bible says, what is man that thou art mindful of him? What is man that, God, you're always thinking about him? He said, simply because a man, watch this now, I believe that this is going to encourage some young man today. A man is a manager. Let me say that again. a man, he said he have placed the ability in every man to manage everything that he have placed in their possession. Manage it. You might say, well, Pastor or my brother Jay, I'm based in, I don't feel sometimes like I have the ability. This is where our first and second law come in. Our first law, actually, you have to be connected to your creator. Your creator, or God Almighty, who created us, it is not his will that we be ignorant. And I oftentimes say this in all of my teaching, we are in the information age. We have no excuse, absolutely no excuse whatsoever to be walking around ignorant or telling people we don't know. If you sometimes Google can be a very good thing as well as it can be a very bad thing. It depends on you, yourself. Google is filled with information, and basically most subject you can think about. You can bring up information. You can visit the libraries. There's always information online. This is why I said we are in the information age, where we have no excuse to be ignorant. You have no excuse to say, it shouldn't even come out of your mouth, I don't know. And a lot of persons today don't know simply because they have received the spirit of laziness. And we can go on and talk about this laziness, but I'm going to say something this afternoon to encourage young men. Laziness is not really a physical thing. I've discovered this about 2-3 years ago. Laziness is not really a physical thing, men of God who are listening this afternoon. Laziness is a mental thing. I'm going to go be a little humorous this afternoon. Laziness could be a mental disorder. Because, and most of our challenges start from our mind. Have you ever been in a situation where you tell yourself, you know what, I'm not getting up this morning. I'm not going out this morning because I'm feeling lazy. Or I feel like just staying in bed. Most persons, they would agree with me. If you stay in bed long enough, you will feel lazy. Have you ever been in a situation, watch this now, a situation that should have discouraged you, or should have gotten you upset, or, kind of messed up your day, and you said to yourself, you know what? I'm not going to let this situation or this dilemma or this circumstances mess up my day. Have you ever been in a situation like that? So you know what happened? You begin to verbally speak to the psyche, speak to your mind, speak to your emotions, and tell yourself that, you know what, this is not going to overtake me. This is not going to mess up my day. We're talking about vision, men of God. So vision is very important, that we if you don't have a vision for your life, if you don't have a vision for your family, seek the Lord about it. It is essential for any young man who want to be successful in life. You have to have a vision. You have to have a blueprint. You have to have a layout where you want to be the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years from now. Things you want to accomplish. It is essential. And it brings frustration to many relationships, and it doesn't necessarily have to be marriage. Even a young girl a young lady who knows all of these stuff, and she desire a young man, she really love him, and she talked to him, but here it is, he don't have a vision for his life. So because he is frustrated, he's lost in a sense, he brings frustration to the whole relationship. And you know what? The relationship can have great potentials, but because where there's no vision, the people perish. Where there's no vision, the young man will perish. So I encourage all of you this afternoon who are listening and don't have a vision for your life, seek the Lord, seek your creator, the man who made you, the manufacturer of your soul, the one who put you together, who put your personality together, who put everything about you together. Seek him and ask him, give me a vision for my life. Give me a vision for my family. The third law, this is one of the laws that I add in just recently. This was not a part of my original notes. The third law that I want to elaborate on for a few minutes is that every man, watch this now, every man on planet Earth needs a sense of purpose on his life. He needs to know that God did not just put me here. Okay? He did not just let me drop, or he did not just allow my mother and father to go to bed and bam, here I am today. No, you didn't come from ape either. You didn't come from no type of animals. You didn't just, there wasn't just a big explosion and bam, you came into being. No, it didn't happen like that. God took time. He took time, even though God lives in eternity. He's not ruled or governed by time. Watch this now. He said, you know what? I'm going to strategically and purposefully put together a man. So he had a purpose in mind when he made you. This is why it is so important not just to underestimate the power of time. Don't waste your time just sitting around not doing anything. You were put here for a specific purpose. And I'm reminded of Dr. Miles' quote that so powerful. He says, when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. End of quote. Let me say that again. When purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Now, based on what are you saying there? Watch this now. I'm not seeking to make anybody feel discouraged or to bash anybody this afternoon. No, I'm here to build, man. Our motto here in Man Up Networking is men empowering men for the future. You know, when God gave me this vision of Man Up Networking, he said, I'm going to give you the motto too. He said, it is simply man empowering men for the future. Okay, this vision is simply centered around men, specifically designed by our Creator for men. Okay, so we're talking about purpose here. And this is the other area of men in our society, young men in our society, that brings frustration when they are confused with purpose. Is there a why? Is there a why in your life? Every human being, everything that God made has a why attached to it. And the why simply means, why was it created? Why did it came into existence? You and I has a why attached to our life. And this is why let me give you a hint how you find purpose, the things that you are so passionate about. Normally, that's how you discover your purpose. Passion leads you to purpose. Somebody need to type that in the comment section. Passion leads us to purpose. Oftentimes we say, and then we have our gifting that is attached to purpose. But we're here this afternoon to talk about purpose. Okay? And a lot of persons today, you find out that they don't have this drive, they don't have this enthusiasm to get up every day and go after the things that they need to go after, simply because they have no sense of purpose for their life. So they are, once again, they are frustrated. They are just going around in circles. Once again, this word here, purpose, it creates a boundary. You know, you don't have to hang out with everybody. Not because everyone is in the bar room drinking and smoking, you need to do it too. No. That can destroy your life. There's purpose attached to your life. You can't be everywhere that your friends be. No. You can't say everything that you hear on the TV, on the radio. No. You have purpose attached to your life. I've discovered something being here on planet Earth almost 50 years, and I can say that. I just celebrated my 48th birthday, and I've discovered something here being on planet Earth 48 years. That there is nothing that would compare to when you know wholeheartedly that you are walking in your God's given purpose. There's nothing that can compare to that. There's an overwhelming fulfillment that comes on you. There's overwhelming joy and peace and happiness that comes on you when you know that you're walking in purpose. And purpose is one of the things we always talk about. We always talk about prosperity. Well, here it is. You cannot say you're prosperous if you don't if you never discover purpose. Never walk in your God-given purpose. That is absolutely heresy. That doesn't work like that. True prosperity and fulfillment only comes when you discover purpose. Once again, I heard Dr. Miles said it like this: you will never feel fulfilled, or you'll never work another day when you find purpose. Because that passion, that drives, that keeps you going. You find out that some people are so passionate about what they do because they discover purpose. Their gift is wrapped up in that purpose, and then it brings joy and happiness and fulfillment. Young man, I'm encouraging you this afternoon to go to your Creator, go to God and ask Him, what's my purpose? What is the reason why you placed me here on planet Earth with over 7 billion people? And every person that God created here on planet Earth has a different purpose and gifting attached to their life. Wow, what amazing God we serve. Over 7 billion persons here, people on planet Earth. And you know what? Each and every one of them, He put strategic, unique gifts in each and every one of them. You will continue to be frustrated. You will continue to feel empty until you find purpose. You will continue to feel like, you know what? There is no meaning to my life until you find purpose. When you find purpose, you might not be paid for it right away or you're gifted, but you know what? Eventually, it's going to come. I want to encourage a young man that is listening this afternoon, and you might say, well, I know that this is my God-given purpose. This is my God-given gift here that I'm operating, this thing that I'm doing. I know that God has given this to me, but it seems like the finances is not coming in yet. Hold on a little longer. Continue to do the thing that God has called you to do. If you know that this is what God has placed inside of you, and you feel fulfilled doing it, and you feel peaceful doing it, you feel this overwhelming joy and happiness doing it, then continue to do it. The finances is going to come. Everything or every purpose that we see around, every person that we see around us today, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, every one of those billionaires, they didn't start off making money. They start off with an idea. An idea, one of the greatest things any man can have on planet Earth, an idea, a nugget. They started off with an idea. Amazon was an idea. Microsoft was an idea. Bookshare was an idea. All of these. Facebook was an idea. Simply because, you know what? They dig deep down inside of them. They might not have a relationship with God, but they tap into that creative part of their minds. And they look around. Let me say this as we go on to our next law. Every one of you young men who are watching this afternoon was created to solve a problem. Every one of you young men, those who are not so young and those who are young in heart, you were created to solve a problem. The problem is, and I was had a conversation with somebody the other day, I said, the problem is everyone wants to do the same thing. I look in the plaza here in Mississauga, Ontario. I look in the plaza and I said, it made me frustrated even looking at the whole picture. I saw a jewelry store and 2-3 doors in the same plaza, down in the same plaza, a next jewelry store. And I think in that plaza had to 4 to 5 jewelry stores. What were the other persons thinking about? One may say, well, they're thinking about money. Yeah, of course, you're thinking about money, but you know what? You think you don't have enough sense to say, you know what? This person here, they're taking over, they have their establishment in this plaza. Let me go further down the road in the next plaza. Jealousy have eyes. Let me say that again. Jealousy have eyes. Ask God to give you a unique purpose or help you to find a unique, obviously he has given you something unique, but ask him to help you to tap into that uniqueness that he has placed inside of you. You're a unique person. You don't have to fit in. You don't have to do everything that you see other people doing. No. Tap into your uniqueness, the creativity, the creative part of you as a young man. Tap into that. All of us have watch this now, all of us as men, and I don't know if any ladies are watching me, all of us as men have creativity inside of us. All of us have the ability to be creative. That's the way God designed our human mind. We have the logical part and then we have the creative part. And I put it to you this afternoon, a lot of us as human beings, if there is ladies watching this afternoon, a lot of us as human beings never really tap into that creative part of us. You know? That's why they said the cemetery is the most wealthiest place on planet Earth, simply because they have books never written, they have songs never written, they have movies never made, they have potential billionaires in the grave. Because they said, you know what? I wonder what they're going to say when I bring this out. I say this to the men that are watching this afternoon. You need to be delivered from people. You need to be delivered from persons, I should say. Because some persons are assigned by the devil to discourage you. Some persons are assigned by the devil to keep you at a stagnated state in your life. Never to progress, never to grow, never to really discover who you really are, never to tap into the potential. They're just assigned by the devil to say discouraging words, to say words that's gonna mess you up mentally and cripple your faith. Let's move on. So we talk about the three laws so far. First of all, you need to have a relationship with your Creator. You need to have a vision for your life. You need to have a sense of purpose. Watch this now. This is I believe that's essential for every man as well. You need to have, watch this. Every man needs to have a sense of financial literacy. Let me say that again. Every man needs to know, have some sorts of information on how to manage their finances. You might say, well, Mr. Baston, I don't think that's very important. If you don't know how to manage something, it can eventually hurt you. And you can end up, you know what? Abusing it. I said that earlier. There's a number of things that money is given for. Money is given to be a tool. You might say, well, yes, the good book say money is the root of all evil. Yes, it did say that. The love of money is the root of all evil. It's not a sin to have money. Let me say that again. The Bible did say the love of money is the root of all evil, but it did not say it's a sin to have money. And if there is any pastor, any spiritual leader, bishop, doctor, apostle, prophet, evangelist that says anyone that is wealthy have the devil in them, then I believe that they have the devil in them. Because money makes your life more comfortable. Money helps you to get the things that you need in life. Guess it. Watch this now. Money helps you to take care of your family comfortably. Money helps you with your vision. See how we go back to where we started from today? It helps you with your vision. It helps you with your gifting. When you know how to manage your finances properly, you can invest in yourself. You know, when you know about budgeting, when you know about investment and all of these stuff. This is why it is so important that we have sessions and platform like Man Up Networking, where I don't just have people come and talk about spirituality and having a relationship with God. Yes, that is the number one thing as a man, and I said that at the beginning. But we have we deal with the holistic approach for us as men. We have men that come and talk about finances. We have men that come and talk about family. I'm going to have doctors come on and talk about the physical aspect of men. I'm going to this platform is not just catered around one part of manhood. This is catered around the whole man, dealing with the whole man, the psychological aspect of man, the financial aspect, the spiritual aspect. When it comes to family, when it comes to vision and dealing with business and all sorts of stuff. This is important. If you're going to be effective as a man, you have to seek to live a holistic life, a balanced life. And I believe that is one of our laws here today. So we talk about having a relationship with your creator. We talk about vision. We talk about having a sense of purpose. We are talking about now about financial literacy. You must know about money, how to manage money. Can God trust you with a lot of money? Can he bless you without you going crazy? Without you going on a shopping spree? Without you can't sleep at night? You know, I heard a pastor preach some time about, can you stand to be blessed? Can he trust you with 10 million? Statistic has shown that, you know, even here in Canada, they said they have the lottery. And by the way, let me add this in there. Mr. Baston, don't play the lottery. I don't play the lottery. I don't buy tickets. I don't be involved in that chances. No. I value my money. I value my finances because I work hard for it. So here it is. They said statistic has shown that most persons who win the lottery, they are broke in 5 years or less. Some even have committed suicide. The Bible said it like this: a fool and his money will soon depart. Let me say that again. A fool and his money will soon depart. This is why it is so important that we get financial literacy. And it comes right back to what I said. We are in the information age. You don't know about budgeting and investments and all these stuff and how to set up financial goals. Do your homework, do your research. Most marriages break up because of financial problems. Most church doors are closed down because of financial problems. Killing, violence are going on around us simply because what? Financial problems. And oftentimes the old mothers used to say, it's not how much you make, it's what you do with what you make. How you manage it, in other words. Okay? I have 2 more nuggets and then we're done for tonight. 5 laws of manhood. I think we just finished the 4th one. Okay? And here is the 5th one. Every man under the sound of my voice, and every man that you know, needs to have a balanced life. Now, Mr. Baston, what do you mean by a balanced life? They need to have a balanced life. You can't expect to have a loving family if you never spend time with them. You should never reach a place where the kids don't really know you because you're working day and night. Strike a sense of balance, man. Okay? In particular, those of you who have family, it's very important that you learn to balance your life. Okay? That woman that you married did not marry you to stay home and look after the kids and have kids. No, no, no. And you know what is so powerful? You have to strike the balance yourself as a man. You have to find ways that, you know what, I am going to work from this time to this time, and then after these hours is family time. You know, this afternoon, normally on Fridays, is my family night. My wife and kids, we get together in front of the TV, or whatever. We take the kids out with some popcorns and whatever. We watch a movie or we spend time with the kids. It's important. The kids need to see that as they grow up. That my dad wasn't just work, 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 work. No, because you know what? Those kids are going to grow up. Your wife is going to get old. I hope my wife is not here listening. I hope she's not listening online. Of course, you're going to get old one day. And you don't want to reach to that place where you said, what in the world did I do with my life? The kids don't know me. My wife, she's still lonely after all these years, married 20, 30 years, because you don't have balance with your life. I don't care how much money. And I saw this, I read this in a book some years ago. They said, you will find the time to do the things that is important to you. And they say that again, you will find the time as a man to do the things that is important to you. If family is important to you, then you should find the time to spend with your family. So that's our fifth law today, that every man needs balance in his life. I don't care how much money you're bringing in. If you're not there for that woman, it's going to become a problem. Okay? And normally, women, they would warn you first. Yes, of course. The woman would warn you. She'd say, now, honey, you've been going. And no time, and I see you bringing in money, but you ain't spending no time home. You're always going. Warning comes before destruction. I don't know who man is going through that problem, and the wife starting to complain. Listen to her. Listen to her. It's very important. In most situations, you get a warning before destruction. Okay, listen, pay attention to the signs. Okay? If you run those signs or you don't pay attention to those signs, there's consequences. Oh yeah, there is consequences. So us as men, the fifth law, we need to have balance in our life. We need to strike a balance. It ain't always about work. Yes, that's going to pay the bills. Some men say that, oh, well, if I don't work, the bill is going to be paid. So what you're going to do, if you want a job making money and your family leave you? Interesting question, eh? What are you going to do? Let me see if you're going to function well like that. You want a job, you're making money, but your family leave you because you don't have time for them. So that's our fifth law as a man. You need to have a balanced life. Our last and final law, watch this now. Every man, I know most men who's watching this, going to watch this recording, going to enjoy this one. Every man needs to have a passionate hobby that he enjoys besides work, or recreational activity, we would call it. Every man needs that. You might say, well, Pastor, I don't have time for that. Between the wife and the kids and work, I don't have time for recreational activity. Well, you need to start. You need to find one. No, it's not always about church. Yes, I know some pastors or leaders might say, well, you gotta, be effective in ministry. You gotta be there all the time when people need you. No, it comes right back to balance. So here it is now. It's not always about church. You can't spend every day, all day with family. No, then you'll never get nothing accomplished. But you need to find that private time, something that you enjoy doing. Every man needs that activity, recreational activity that he really enjoys, that brings peace to him, that makes him feel at home, relax. I'm not saying you must go to the bar room and drink. No. You need to find that activity that makes you feel peaceful, that makes you feel relaxed. You don't have to drink liquor to feel relaxed. Okay? Whatever that activity may be, it might be golf. You might need to take up a sporting activity. Sometime for me, I just like going somewhere in a quiet place and reading a good book. Find that activity that you need, that you do, that brings a peace of mind to you, that brings fulfillment, that relaxes you. It might be some kind of sporting activity. It might even just be going by a river or ocean or sea, like in the Bahamas, sit on the beach and for an hour or two and just let the cool breeze blow in front of your face, you know. It relaxes you. It helps you to think properly. Every man needs that recreational activity, that hobby. You know, family is everything, yes, but find that place where you can go and just meditate. Talk to God, that place where you can go, whether it's on the beach, whether it's a long drive, quiet drive, all by yourself. You don't have to do it every day. It can be once a week, even once a month. But I believe that every man needs that recreational activity. Okay, so I add that one on the end. That is 6 laws. I believe that every man, we're going to go over them briefly, and then I'm going to wrap up for this afternoon. Our first law, we said every man needs to have a relationship with his creator. Number 1. Secondly, every man needs a vision. Hallelujah. Every man needs a sense of purpose in his life. When purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Fourthly, I said, fifthly, I put them in no specific order. Every man needs balance in his life. Okay? Every man needs financial literacy, needs to know how to manage money. You don't have to get a doctorate degree in accounting. No. You just need the basic. You just need to know how to survive financially, because your family is dependent on you. And lastly, I talk about how every man needs to have that hobby, that special hobby, that recreational activity that he really enjoys, at a place or something that he enjoys doing that, clears his mind, help him to think better. And it doesn't have to be nothing negative. You don't have to drink. No. You don't have to go to a bar room. No. You will find it. Ask God to give you a special hobby or something to, bring a peace to your mind and help you to relax better. He will give it to you. So God bless you this afternoon. 5 laws of manhood. Hallelujah. Next month we're gonna have a next great speaker. I would not be speaking next month. I just thought to come on this month, seeing that it's my birthday month, to say something to the men out there. I believe that this is going to be a very impactful session this afternoon, even when it's up there and recorded. I believe it's going to bless even the hearers and those who will come and watch it even after it's done. These nuggets, I believe, can help you to be the man that God has called you to be. Can help you to accomplish the goals that you have planned for your life. If you put these laws that I spoke about tonight into practice in your life, I believe that you will become the man that God had predestined for you to be. Once again, I want to say, from Man Up Networking, where we are empowering men for the future, thank you for joining us tonight. It was indeed a pleasure to be before you, and I look forward to seeing you once again on the next Man Up session. God bless you, and see you soon. Have a great night. Bye now.